Right, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for the wait. It is 12 minutes past, and I am just now appearing before the cameras. I was having a little bit of an issue with OBS. Freaking sucked. No, but we got it working. All right. Jesus, I feel like my ears are being blasted. I mean, they are. But not necessarily in the way I wanted. Yo, Mr. D's with the 10 bits. Appreciate it, my guy. How are you doing? I am very fucking tired. I definitely consider not streaming today. That's my level of tiredness. Truth be told, I've been going to bed at incredibly horrible times this last couple days. I don't know why. Every time I've had a million excuses to just kind of stay awake. Bro, what? You talking about Revelation? We're as far as we got from last stream. I don't know what do you want to hear? I don't know. I haven't even launched the game. I'm just sitting here. Okay, hold on. I gotta switch HDMI cables so that we can play for some screens. I will say, so last weekend I went out to purchase a new bed. That was the goal for that Saturday. And that goal was completed mostly, except for 2 items that I wasn't able to purchase. And there was additional purchase that had to be made, which was discovered later on, but it was an additional thing. But today, I finally got the last thing that we knew was missing from when I ordered it. I have it now. I've had... Hold on, so let me run through it in my head here. The first bed I remember having was a wooden double bed for me and my brother, because we used to share a room. So we had that one together, and then when he got his own room in this apartment, I kept the double level wooden bed, double decker. And I had that until it broke. Afterwards, I purchased, or I didn't purchase, my parents purchased it. I was way too young. When it broke, I get the new bed I got. It was like a metal bed that was meant to have like a desk underneath. Like it had some big metallic legs and a ladder that went up to. So essentially, it was a double bed again, except the bottom part wasn't a bed, it was space for a desk, which was really cool and space-wise really useful. I weirdly miss it space-wise, having my bed and my desk in the same place, because it could mean I could just put a fucking like couch over by my TV, which would be awesome. But nevertheless, the trade-off, quality-wise, in terms of the bed, has been very much better. After that metal bed, I got a really, really nice high-quality bed that I broke after a bit. But so it was the first of two kinds of bed that had like what do you call, like a machine inside of it, that so you can like you can be lifted up from the back. You can even lift your feet up if you wanted to. It's one of those really fancy motorized beds. First one, broke it. I don't remember when, several years ago, and then when my brother turned 18, which was, what was that, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, something like that. He was like, "No, I'm not taking this bed with me." So I got to have the bed, which was perfect because the first one of the fancier bed I had was falling apart by this time. So having the second bed was incredible, which I then had until last weekend, pretty much. When I went to IKEA to buy a new bed, and let me tell you, so right now I have it, and it's enormous. Not really width-wise, or height. It's height-wise, actually. That's where the enormousness comes from. I can't speak right now. Look, I'm tired. I told you. I went to IKEA with my dad, and I was like, okay, I need a new bed. I don't know what I'm looking for other than a bed. And then the only thing I had to go by was the fact that a good friend of mine was like, get a firm bed. Trust me, get a firm bed. That's all I was told. It's like, okay. So I went around with my dad in IKEA trying a bunch of different beds because he knows more about beds than I do. That was what I've been told. So he just like lay in that fucking bed and try it and then tell me how it feels. It's like, all right, I'll try every one of the beds they had in that area of IKEA. I think it was 15 or something like that. I don't remember. It was a good chunk of beds they had in that area. It was a large IKEA. So I tried them, and some of them we came across were insanely expensive and incredibly soft. Like I felt like I absolutely fell into the bed, but not like necessarily in a good way. It was way too soft, and it did not have the firmness that I was told to hunt for. It's like in a good chair, you want to fall in it. That's my opinion. The bed that I found, really firm, but with a bit of softness. Like the best way I can describe it is somewhere in the range of 90% firm, and 10% soft, if not simply 95% firm and then 5% soft. And I like that. I really that's nice. That's nice. I like a little bit of softness, but I was told to aim for firmness, and this sort of had like a good ratio of the two. I tried some of the really hard beds, and I felt like I might as well be sleeping on the floor. There's like, what support am I getting out of this? Why am I not just sleeping on the floor or something like that? Jesus, bro. Bro, what? Just sleep on concrete. Just I felt some of the really, really, really firm beds they had. It felt like just sleeping on a slab of stone. It's like, all right, cool. Some of the other ones where it was kind of like a little bit in between. I feel like I can feel the springs too much. I don't know if that makes sense. If that's a negative for you. In my mind, it was a negative. 100%, it was a negative. So that I just didn't like that. I think the matches that I got now, which was the good like mix between firmness and softness, um, it had I think it have springs inside, but I can't feel them. It's like I feel like it's really like a good match for me at least. Um, but when we got there out in IKEA, we found a salesperson who could help us actually get all the things in bed, especially also because like apparently the matches was special, so you had to like special order it, and and it was for like delivery today. Um, so that was the whole thing. So we like, hey, we want pretty much everything that's just over there, and he's like, all right, let me run through it from top to bottom and get everything in order for you. And he's like, so as you know, the mattress has to be special ordered. So do you want like we can deliver it for Wednesday, which is today. It's like, all right, cool. I guess I can use my old mattress in the meantime. So that's what we did. It's like also the covers for the bed. Yeah, they're not available right now. I'm gonna put you on a list so you can be let know. You can be let know when the covers are available to purchase again. It's like, all right. The only thing was we found out, or rather, I found out when I put the bed together, the legs were too low. They were 10 centimeters tall, I believe. The issue was the 10 centimeters. Yeah, so these are covers for the not for the mattress things like that, but it was for the actual wood frame, I guess itself. Cover pre-order. Yeah, you can have the cover in 3 years. Cover pre-order. Yeah, it's not even like that. It's like it's just it's just put me on a list to be notified when they're back in stock, essentially. But yeah, it should be fine just running it like this. Um, Sorry, I just noticed a fun line that on the side of my bed that's got me a little bit concerned, but I think it's fine. But essentially, so the original legs we got from him because that's what the bed had in store, and he kind of just went from top to bottom of what the bed had. Um, so we got those legs, and turns out that had the bed at a height that would interfere with the outlet that was underneath my bed, which is what I use for like my electronics right beside my bed, as well as the TV that's on I guess to the right of the bed. So I had to from Saturday when I put the bed together, I had to sleep like really careful and be like, all right, I can't move too much. If I move too much, my phone's not gonna have power tomorrow. That's pretty much how it went. So yeah, I had to buy some new legs for the bed, which were 20 centimeters because they have two options. These are the 10 centimeters legs or 20 centimeters left. In my opinion, I would have preferred to go with 15 centimeters for the record because now my bed is so insanely tall that I'm fairly convinced that you have to be about my height to properly get into the bed without like jumping up into it. It is really tall. As a reference, I have my chair that I'm sitting in currently as far up as possible. I'm still sitting lower than how I would sit if I was actually sitting in my bed. if that kind of explains it. Like it's a tall bed now. I am. It's goofy. It's goofy height. Absolutely. It's a ridiculous height. I don't know what to say beyond that. It's insane. So the fact that this is meant to be like a bed that's gonna stay here once I move out, because this room is gonna become a guest room. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that they have to probably repaint the room and things like that. My parents, but point is that is gonna stay essentially, and I'm like at a point. It's like, how many people do we know who are my height? Basically none. How are they gonna get in that bed? I mean, I guess you can take the top matches off, and you can. I've kept the older legs, and I guess you can reinstall those. To then go ahead and get around this issue, and you could probably level the bed out, much like close to where it was originally meant to be. But even then, like, it's a lot. The mattress is a thick boy. It's truly a thick boy. So yeah, that is kind of interesting. Anyway, let's get some quick fun stuff before we head into Assassin's Creed Revelation, which we will very soon. I also have a new drink for us to try out. This time, it's Fanta Pineapple. It's calorie heavy as a motherfucker, but for you guys, anything. So first of all, EA has come out and said that despite the fact they did a whole video, they are actually not currently working on Sims 5. For you guys who don't know, they made a video a while back called Project Something they announced, which is basically Sims 5. And now they've come out and said, well, we're not actually doing that. We're going to continue giving you guys update, creating paid expansion, but as a fun additional part, we will create multiplayer mode, which has not been witnessed in any Sims game so far. But yes, they're gonna continue, like, they're gonna continue supporting this game. And the best part of this entire thing is their reasoning behind this. They're concerned that players would have to start over a decade's worth of gameplay. That's their excuse. There's like, we were in the early stages of Project Rene, which was their Sims 5 project codename. And then they're like, well, let's actually not do that. And we're just gonna be like, you guys, we heard you. You didn't say anything, but we heard you. We know what you're saying. We know what you're thinking, in fact. And you don't want to start over your saves. I'm promising you right now, anyone who wants to continue playing their decade-old game can still do so. Creating the fifth Sims 4, or because the fifth Sims, is not going to stop players from playing Sims 4. That's not how it works. You don't just create a new Sims. You don't just create a new game in general, and then that suddenly means that the old one is unplayable. Unless it's an online-only multiplayer game, which Sims isn't. So what is this bullshit saying that, oh, we don't want players to start after decades worth of a gameplay? Fuck you. Just gives us Sims 5. Sims 4 is insane. I remember, legit. So, I played Sims 1 years ago now.
Their asshole on the street.
What the fuck? What are you saying on the stream, man? That's disgusting. Don't do that. They will name you a pervert if you do that. Just saying. So maybe don't do that. Anyway, so I played Sims 1. My mom had a mom had, like, I don't know if she still has it. It was like a thick 4 disc, maybe six disc complete Sims 1 collection. That was the first time I ever played Sims. It was, if you haven't seen images, I highly suggest looking it up, because it is a completely different game compared to what Sims 4 is. And then we got Sims 2. Now, Sims 2 was honestly, like, insane. They had so much new stuff in there, and it went from being kind of like, have you ever seen like the camera angles of original Fallout? It's pretty much the same kind of camera angles that we're working with Sims 1, The Sims. So going away from that and going closer to what we know of in Sims 3 and 4 was insane in comparison, and amazing. We loved it. It had a paid DLC that we actually didn't get at, like, a remake of for later games until Sims 4, I believe, which was like the store one. Like, you could build a store. At least for the majority of the time that I remember playing Sims 3, there wasn't an option to build a store because you didn't have the DLC to create it. I might have been misremembering and that they created one later on, but I remember it was kind of like a big thing back then, being like, oh, I can't actually do this. I can't actually create a store. Anyway, later on we got Sims 3, and one of the... I'm trying to remember what were kind of like the bigger features. I mean, the game took another generational leap, of course. And it was the last kind of truly weirdly, the best way I can describe it is that it was like truly open. There's some stuff they sort of locked down and restricted in Sims 4. Like, for example, you can't buy cars in Sims 4. That's not a thing. If you want your Sims to travel now, you simply zoom out on the map and then go somewhere, and then your character will appear there. That's how it works now in Sims 4. But with Sims, I believe Sims 1, 2, and 3, you had vehicles. You had cars, you had bicycles. In fact, I think there was even a DLC where you can, like, get a houseboat to travel to places. It was insane. It was so cool. And they removed a lot of it. In fact, one of the funniest things is the fact that Sims 4 didn't launch with a pool. And they, in fact, have never added back elevators either. So Sims 3, at least in my mind, is kind of like Windows 7. It's older. It's definitely older. But it had a lot of amazing, great things that we just haven't seen back in these games at all. And I feel like we're sitting somewhere in the era of, like, Windows 10. Saying it's Sims 4 is like Windows 11 is being gracious. It's not quite there. But it's gotten that modern feel, but with, like, stuff that was really cool from the prior versions no longer being there, which really sucks. So they brought a lot of newer cool stuff in that wasn't available in the other games. They brought back other really cool stuff. We got the ability to buy a store again. So it's not like it's completely lazy. But the fact that we're not getting Sims 5, and the excuse is the fact they don't want us to have to restart our decades worth of gameplay. That's bullshit. Odds are it's just so profitable to this day that they're like, why would we stop this? Just keep making more DLCs. And you have to remember, there are multiple tiers of Sims 4 DLCs at this point. Originally, there were expansions and I think style packs. I can't remember. Stuff packs. No, that's what they're called. Those were the two options. Expansions were literally like, we're expanding on the capabilities of the game with this DLC. For Sims 4, I'm close to, yeah. So I'm definitely not helping our. I'm not really helping them move on from the game. But I have a really good chunk of it. I think there are some kits, which is a new thing they created for Sims. Okay, I'm trying to get an overview here. So with Sims 4, they have game packs, stuff packs, and kits. Kits is the new thing. Kits are tiny, like stupid tiny packs. Think of them kind of like a bundle in, I don't know, like Fortnite or Call of Duty, where you get like a character and some cool gears, maybe a weapon skin. Like in itself, there is so little content in here, and yet they're selling it at quite a lot, and they're never on sale. That's an interesting thing. The original Sims 4 has been made free. The game packs and stuff packs are not free. None of them are, I believe. Maybe I think they made one of them free, but not really. I'm not sure actually. But essentially, they are the ones that go on sale. But the kits, which have basically no content within them, compared to stuff packs, which was stuff pack was supposed to be the small ones. That's what they were. Like they didn't have like, oh, now you can build a restaurant. Now you can build a store. Now you can have elevators like they have in Sims 3. Like that's what the expansion packs were, or expansion packs were. They expanded upon the games, and stuff pack simply brought in stuff. That's why it's called a stuff pack. I'm trying to find a stuff pack here that actually has some images here. They're very on Steam. They're god awful about showing the contents of of a stuff pack. Actually, any packs on Origin, they actually have a cool overlay, so you can actually see what you're getting inside. So a stuff pack. I'm trying to count this. You'll get 24 items. And a little under 20 clothing items. That's it. That's a small pack. But those packs are being sold at $10, which is about what they were. I feel like they were with the original one. So I'm not complaining about that, especially because they go on sale. When there's a Steam sale, you can get these cheaper. If you go on site like Fanatical or Humble Bundle, you can also get these cheaper. That's how it works. Like these guys on sale, but the kits, which hold, let me find a kit here, and I'll tell you how much is in the kit. God damn it, they actually don't show anything in here? It's less than 10 items, is my, I can say. I'm trying to find one that's actually going to tell me how much is in it. Oh my god, none of it does? Alright, it's incredible. My point is, it's next to nothing. It's half the price, but they don't go on sale. And so the only thing I can imagine is the fact that it's still so profitable for EA to continue like supporting Sims 4 that it's not even worth for them to invest a bunch of money into creating a fifth one, which is why they probably paused the project. Anyway, I've ranted enough about Sims 4. Let's quickly move on to the rest of these, and then we'll get into some Assassin's Creed. Funny enough, actually, I think God of War just launched as well. Am I right? Hold on. Never mind. Okay, it launches tomorrow. My bad. God of War Ragnarok launches tomorrow on PC. Anyway, apparently, back 2 days ago, it was the 20th anniversary of Pokemon Emerald. One of my favorites, not the favorite. It's one of my favorite Pokemon games of all time. I think Pokemon Platinum is my favorite one. The only thing with with Emerald and Platinum is they were kind of like the studio going back and making like a complete edition because they couldn't create updates for those versions of the game because that's not an option with Nintendo DS and Game Boy. That wasn't something they could do until I believe 3DS. They started having that option because you can buy digital copies of a game. So they can then update the base game as well. Anyway, point is, I really like those because they created a unique version of those stories that I've always kind of loved most. Emerald, Platinum especially, because it had this weird upside down world I haven't seen since in any Pokemon game, and I love it for it. You can technically go in there in Pokemon Shining Pearl and Brilliant Diamond to get was it Garantina? Garatina. I always called it Garantina. Pokemon Garatina. Is that actually how you say it? Giratina. Can I actually get like a official way of pronouncing it? How do Giratina? I don't know why I always called it Garatina. Giratina pronunciation. Giratina. Giratina. What? Oh, you don't say it as a G. Giratina. Giratina. I never known that. That's actually kind of cool. So yeah, I love Giratina. You can actually get Giratina. That sounds weird. I'm gonna go back and say Garatina. I'm sorry. I don't like it. I don't care if it's Giratina. Giratina. Yeah, no. I don't care. It's Garatina for me. It always has been growing up, so it will continue being so. If I want to ask, I will happily say it correctly as Giratina, but if I'm simply talking like I am here, it's Garatina. The end. Anyway, yeah, I really loved it. I love the fact they put him back into Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. It's only like a short area where you can get Giratina. That's really it. There isn't really, you can explore the area, which really it's heartbreaking to me because it had this wonderful and really cool thing where there was an upside down waterfall that you can go downwards. It was so cool. So you went technically up the waterfall and halfway there, or halfway in the middle of the waterfall, you went down, which is really cool. Emerald had the option of like, you got to catch all 3 legendary Pokemons, which is really cool. And there's this cool thing where, what is it? Okay, hold on. I need to look up this another one. Rasakaza. Rayquaza? Huh. We're learning shit here today, ladies and gentlemen. It's Giratina and Rayquaza. But yeah, they had Rayquaza come in from like the top of the skies and making the 2 legendary Pokemons that you fought your heart out to get in Pokemon Sapphire and Ruby, and just making their bitch. They're just like, that was Rayquaza's bitches now. It's like, there's no discussion. You listen to Rayquaza or you're going home. Those them rules. And now you have to go in there and tame Rayquaza. That's insane. I always loved that. But yeah, it was apparently on 16th 20-year anniversary, and a bunch of artists came together. It was completely random that I came across this, but 130 artists came across or came together and redrew a ton of sprites for the game and put them into a ROM hack. And I've never really played with a ROM hack, but this is actually kind of cool, and I might actually play this one. So the base game hasn't changed, for the record. I would assume that it is only an assumption. but that it's only sprites they've changed. They have added some really cool animations to some of the new sprites, which is really, really awesome, and I love that. So they're not just like broken ones. And some of the sprites are like, they feel like they're straight out of the original Pokemon game. So back on like Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, kind of thing like that. They're not black and white. They have colors, but like, I guess quality wise, they kind of feel like they're out of the original game. But still, it's really, really cool. I might play this one at one point myself. I'm gonna share it here in our Discord for anyone who's curious about this, because it was really cool. It was really, really cool to see this. All right. Yeah, we talked about Flappy Bird last stream, so we only have one more thing to get through, and then I promise we'll play some Assassin's Creed Revelations. Rockstar, in an attempt to update the security in place. What? I just said it, dears. Once we're done with this one, I just said it. So in like, I don't know, 5 minutes, you will get your Assassin's Creed Revelations. I promise you that, my guy. I promise you. I got you. Just chill out for 5 seconds and I will get you your Revelations, my guy. I will get it for you. Trust me. So, yeah, Rockstar updated. It was actually, I believe, for their launcher itself, the Rockstar launcher. They changed GTA 5 to. There might have been a separate thing from this, actually. This might have just been them updating the. I think this was actually just them updating the launcher. And it was discovered that a part of this was that a bunch of folders had been created in people's systems. The folders were America's Grand Theft Auto 3 Definitive Edition, GTA 4, GTA San Andreas Definitive Edition, GTA 5, GTA 5 Gen 9, GTA Vice City Definitive Edition, LA Noire VR, Launcher, Max Payne 3, Red Dead Redemption 2, Social Club, and The Ballads of Gay Tony. The Ballad of Gay Tony. You may have heard there were some interesting folders there. Americas. That is the project code name for GTA 6, which is not out yet, so the fact that it has a folder is interesting. Also something called GTA 5 Gen 9? The fuck is that? And then Red Dead Redemption 1. Just labeled as Red Dead Redemption. That's why I mentioned there was also Red Dead Redemption 2 folder, because this means that if it's just called Red Dead Redemption, this is the first Red Dead Redemption we're talking about. It appeared in the folder, which makes it sound like it could potentially be right around the corner. So I thought this was part of this, but I guess it's not. But Rockstar also went out and updated the I think it might just be the anti-cheat software they added, called BattlEye. BattlEye. I think it's just anti-cheat software. I could be wrong. Yeah, it's anti-cheat. And there's a couple issues with it. Well, first of all, it's great. There's been for a while now, it's been insanely unsafe to play it on PC because people have been able to get access to people's system quite heavily. And I'm assuming BattlEye was a way of kind of like cracking down on all that. So that's good. We like that. Except it completely kicked out and it alienated anyone who's using Linux aka Steam Deck users. Yeah, they got completely screwed over, despite the fact that apparently back in 2021, I heard this morning, Valve said that BattlEye is totally like it totally works with Linux, no problem. They just gotta contact BattlEye and say, "Hey, we gotta have this work for Linux," and they're like, "All right, cool, we'll make it work for Linux." The end. Rockstar didn't do that, which means you now cannot play multiplayer. I should be very clear. You can't play multiplayer GTA. You can't play GTA Online on Switch because BattlEye is required for that to launch. What you can do, there is a command you can add to the it's a launch option, I guess technically. You can add that disables BattlEye, but only I believe for story mode, or at the very least, it won't let you into online with it off. What's even better, having introduced this, it's already been cracked. People have already like taken care of it. So yay, it's completely useless, and they've just kind of kicked out Steam Deck users. So I don't have a good whistle right now. I just thought I mentioned that. That was really fun. We can move into Assassin's Creed Revelations now. We just need to launch the shit of it. In the meantime, while I launch it, I can talk about a final thing. On our disc... Jesus! I was playing, what is it called? The Crew Motorfest? Over the weekend, and it slapped. Yo! Thank you for the 30 bits, D's. Appreciate it. There it is. Yeah, that's why it was full audio, because Crew Motorfest over the weekend. And it was really fun. Really, really, really fun. Anyway, the thing I want to talk about as we launch is the fact that I've been working on a secret channel. I'm not quite sure whether it's going to be something that's going to be under the info channel or something I'm going to keep private on our Discord, just in my own channels, because I have some of my own as well that you guys at least shouldn't be able to see under some mod channels. But it's an overview of games that we could play as well as are playing and have played during Story Mode Wednesday here. That's it. So I've added already Assassin's Creed as well as Grand Theft Auto 4. So those are obviously in progress, and I've added the next games that we're going to be playing once we're done with Assassin's Creed alongside Grand Theft Auto, The Ballad of Gay Tony. The only thing is, like I mentioned, I haven't figured out quite yet whether I'm adding it as like a public channel you guys can look at, potentially comment in there, or at the very least add an emote to say whether you like something or not. Haven't figured that out yet. But at the very least, for me, it's a very nice and clean way for me to be able to go ahead and keep an eye on which games we could potentially play. Because normally I have a list, and the lists I can create on Discords are god-awful, but I can at least create what's technically a forum, but just as like a gigantic list of things that we could play. Now, the final thing I want to do right before we get in, I'm going to go ahead and set my capture card to take over my entire screen, is I mentioned I have this lovely thing here, a Fanta pineapple. I thought I would, together with you, enjoy the first taste of it, and I will let you guys know how it tastes. So let's get into this, guys. I'm going to do some ASMR for you guys here. There you go. That's some ASMR for you right there. Hey, Matt, how you doing? Correct time, you just joined. This here. Cheers. Yo, we love to hear that, Matt. What kind of okay are we talking actually? There's okay and like okay. I don't like the other kind of okay. You gotta spit it out if you got the second okay because we ain't like that. All right, but yeah, pineapple, Fansa. It's good. It's good. It's Eagle approved. That right there, that's Eagle approved. That's perfect. It is quite literally Fanta, but instead of it being an orange stage, it's pineapple. And I'm pretty sure I like pineapple more than I like orange. So yes, this thing slaps. This thing slaps hard. It's still filled to the brim with sugar for the record, so keep that in mind. But nevertheless, it is quite nice. All right, let's go somewhere. I'm getting excited for. I know we haven't finished Assassin's Creed. I'm well aware of that. But I am excited for what's going to be coming next, which is Yakuza. So we're gonna once we're done with Assassin's Creed 3, don't you worry, we'll do the Ballad of Gay Tony. That is going to be the next game that we're gonna play. Uh, Once we've done the Ballad of Gay Tony, and I don't know how long it's going to take. It's actually so I haven't quite decided exactly how we're going to do it, but essentially, it's going to be based on how long it takes to get through the Ballad of Gay Tony. If it's really short, we're probably going to go right over and do the Lost in the Dam. If it takes at least a good couple streams, like the Brotherhood and Revelation have, then we'll be moving into Yakuza, specifically Yakuza Kiwami. Um, in between, I think you guys are gonna love Yakuza. Trust me, I had a blast playing the first one. I could barely describe what had happened throughout the story. Nevertheless, it was an amazing experience. And I want to take you guys along the road for playing the first two ones, and then we'll together explore what happens in the third one. As I don't know more than what I have already actually streamed. This guy's deaf, definitely like crazy. There it is. Perfect. So that's pretty much the plan. So we'll get a feeler for how long it takes to complete the Ballad of Gay Tony, and then based on the length of that, we're gonna play either The Lost in the Dam or Yakuza Kiwami. If it ends up taking longer than expected to get through the Ballad of Gay Tony, then ah, that's fine. If it takes longer than expected to get through the Ballad of Gay Tony, we will be playing Yakuza Kiwami afterwards, and then we'll do the Lost in the Dam, and then Yakuza Kiwami 2. Then I'll figure out what we're gonna be doing after we're done Yakuza. I think it's isn't it Yakuza Kiwami? No, after Yakuza Kiwami 2. No. I'm not crazy. I figured out what we were gonna be playing after Yakuza Kiwami 2, because look, it's been fun. It's actually been incredibly useful that I can kind of play these Assassin's Creed games right after each other, because it means I can kind of like carry over the skills that I've learned from the prior one into the next one. And it's really useful. But I think generally going forward, I would prefer if we kind of like space them out a little bit. A little bit of a breather in between. Because then you can come in for one game and then come in for another game as time goes on. Alright, okay, we need... Hold on. I'm gonna try to see if I can't take care of this captain here. But before that, I'll need to get an overview. Ah! Okay. No, I'm not here. What do you think? I'm not here. You're going crazy.
I am not fooling around. What?
I'm not part of it.
God preserve
I have nothing to do with it. What is this?
Alright, I guess we're YOLOing it. Fuck it.
Have I somehow annoyed you, sir?
Hey, gentlemen. Nice! Perfect. That's all I needed. Hey, sir. You want to fight? We can fight. I don't mind. Oof. Not very difficult to fight, though, at this point. You're more annoying in, like, a group of other fighters, but by yourself, you're nothing. Just so you know, you're nothing on your own. Perfect. And then ignite. Yeah, so that's the plan. But with the overview I'm building, it should potentially be a bit more easy to find some games to play in between. So that should be fun. Where is he? Oh shit, there he is. Oh, wait, you want me to kill someone? What? Who do you...
nothing to fear, Effendi. Your identity is safe with me.
Alright, appreciate it.
Thank heavens for that.
Forgive my brash introduction, but I am an assassin in training myself. I am strong, fast, and quite a hit with the ladies.
Hey!
How about a race, huh? I will prove to you my skill. Say, to that spot there.
Well, I could spare a few moments.
Yeah, sure. Bro, let's go nuts. This isn't part of the main story. Bro got speed!
Told you I was good. Here we go.
Cool.
Did you see that?
Boop.
Nice.
Okay, come on, slow down. There it is. Okay, what? What are you doing, Ezio? We're in a race here. Oh, shit. Christ. Oh, dude, he caught up with us so easy after that. Wait, are you serious?
Total disrespect for propriety.
Oh, Ezio. No, Ezio! For the sweet love of God, don't do that now. Holy shit, that was annoying. He kept wanting to climb a million things. I don't like the fact that my fastest sprint button is on the same button where I climb. It's annoying.
I was an assassin, my love, and to think you ever doubted me.
Merhaba Effendi.
We were just taking the air, Ella, and discussing tactics and such, no?
No, we were discussing when your training would begin. Sunrise, every day. Galata Tower. Understood?
Mm.
Evet. Of course, mentor.
Yeah, get out of here, you noob. It wasn't like Ezio completely screwed that up for me several times. I hate when it like I'm trying to open the map and it's like, well, actually, what you want to see is, in fact, this thing about the thing you're nearby. It's like, no, no. If I'm clicking that select button, it's because I want to see my map. Trust me, that is the case. That is, I promise you, that is what I want to do when I'm clicking that button. I don't want to hear about the story of some ancient building that I happen to be stepping in front of. That's not what I'm interested in here. Bro, are you serious? Hold on, you guys can't see this. Look at that. It cost 15,555. I have 15,000, or not 50, 1,555 is what it cost. I have 1,556. It's literally one off. That's insane. Yes. Yes. The bank is the most important thing you're going to want to get, at least in my opinion. Purely because that's where you're going to make your money. Well, actually, that's where you're going to collect your money. If you don't have an area for from where you can collect your money, you know, why even try to make money? That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Trust me, though, guys, when I'm saying I am excited. Jesus, you came down quickly. I am super excited. On YouTube of someone crying for watching these. Hold on, bro. I found a video on YouTube of someone crying from watching the Assassin's Creed Shadow due to the combat. You mean that it was so beautiful that he started crying, or that he couldn't handle seeing all that combat? What is this? I have to assume this is like a shortcut or something. Oh. Yeah, it's an area, access to this place. Assist citizen. Hold on. Couldn't handle seeing it. Yeah, well, they kind of need to be introduced to video games in general, don't they? Nice! Fucking suck it. That was beautiful. It's a Japanese woman. Still, video games are video games, man. Some of them are gonna have virtual violence. Let's be very clear. This is not real violence. It's virtual violence. But if you can't handle watching virtual violence, why the fuck are you watching game trailers in the first place? Hey, what up, lady?
Happier men than the gallows.
Heh, crap-wise elsewhere, Effendim. Today the Byzantines stole half a year's worth of coin from us.
Uh-huh.
Dispiace. Can I help?
Perhaps. For centuries, my people
I'll check it out later.
and insulted, labeled witches and warlocks. Well, so be it. We will not run from these lies anymore, but embrace them. Encourage these rumors, for it is better to be infamous than ignored.
I like
Yeah.
the sound of that.
Here is my plan. Every man who touched that chest of coins must die, but discreetly, as if cursed by a pagan hex.
Nice.
Curse becomes our blessing. Perhaps then people will leave us be.
That's fair. Byzantine Templar. Yeah, odds are. Sure. Poison all your targets while bleeding with Romans. While blending with Romans. Oh. Group of Byzantine Templars have stolen chests of to poison all those who dare touch the chest and create an illusion that it is cursed. Hold on. Do I have a cursed blade? Oh, I do have a poisoned blade. That'll work. That will very much so work. Yeah, but it doesn't sound like too unrealistic that she's probably faking it. Seems like it's very likely, in fact. At least I hope for her sake she's faking it. So like, at least I feel like if you're doing it like that, I feel like you just gotta be honest. Be like, oh yeah, no, I faked the fuck out of that for views. Bro, I make my living off of faking this kind of shit for views, alright? Just, it's fake. Oof. Shh. I am not here. You hear me? Hey, I'm right next to my bank. That's nice. Yo! Finally have some fine ladies. Everyone has to hide from the enemies. Wait. Normally, they would bring you to a place, or you could bring them into a place. Wait, what? Detected. I am very confused. I went there like I was supposed to. The only targets that I had available were those ladies whom I hired. And then I started getting detected when the soldiers liked the ladies. Okay, so yes, these ladies are probably gonna branch off. No, they didn't. Why didn't they branch off? Why did they branch off before? This is very confusing. Alright, I have to walk really like in the center of them. Also, it feels weird that I can blend in with these ladies. Simply because I feel like it would attract the soldiers more. Right? Oh, now they're following me like this.
So much money, I cannot believe it. Let me see. Later. What is happening? Is he ill?
He's very ill. Look, it's the coins! He touched the cursed coins! It's gonna work, guys. Alright, come on, ladies. We gotta move it. These guys are hustling. Ah! Okay, they screwed me over, these ladies. Also, I'm not sure I'm being... Ah, man. Yeah, by the way, if you're wondering why I was late, it was because my OBS just wouldn't launch. I was here at the correct time, and then OBS continuously was like, well, we're gonna need you to have the newest version of this thing. And I was like, alright, let me download it. Even though it's the newest one. And when I installed it, they were also like, yeah, you already have this installed. What are you doing here? So I've repaired both versions, both the 32-bit and 64-bit version. And after restarting the computer twice, it worked. I finally got OBS and I'm running. So if you're wondering why that was late, it was that. To be fair, there was an additional note to this. I had to take a shit. That was the additional note. Ah! You're not getting away from me that easy. Yeah. Alright, cool.
Haha, the old tricks are always the best.
But, so I was literally like, I was here, 8 o'clock, trying to launch my OBS. It took forever. And usually, once I start the stream, I'm like, alright, I gotta make sure, like, I clean out my system, I go to the bathroom, I get some drinks, potentially some snack if needed, snacks are needed for the stream as well.
Apprehension that my people are from Egypt.
You find it offensive?
I find
So I went to do that, but that was after having sat for a while trying to launch OBS. So yes, I do apologize that we're so late today. There is that. But on top of this, I don't get to sleep
Ezio.
till later tomorrow. Normally, I work from home tomorrow and I get to sleep late. But there's some unusual stuff happening in the office this week, so that's not gonna happen. So yay. So I have to be in the office tomorrow. Tomorrow's fish day. I'm not excited for that. It's never good. But occasionally we are asked to come in those days. I was incredibly lucky because my colleagues...
You should count it. Sure.
it's not that I despise fish in general. I'm just incredibly picky when it comes to fish. It's like cheese for me. I don't like... there's a lot of it I'm not really a fan of.
If I need, say,
That's not to say I will ever, like, just get a fish and always be like, no, this is disgusting. Get this out of my face. That's not how this works. But, I will say, quite often, there is a heavy, disgusting smell coming from the canteen whenever there's like lunch or there's like it's fish day in the cafeteria. It is revolting. It is like whether you like fish or not, that smell is too much. That's just that takes you right out of it. Even if you were a little bit excited, it's like, oh, bro, what the fuck? What the fuck? You just ruined it all. Yeah, you know what? Let's get up here, I want to say. Where is the next marker? I don't know, actually. Is it this one? We have a memory there we can start. I don't see anything over here else. So let's just do some of these points and get back up there. Yep. We'll buy some banks along the way as well, I'm thinking, and then that's gonna be what we do. But I will say I'm gonna get a wonderful night's sleep. I ate what was technically like very early dinner. Which sequence? I don't know. This is sequence 2. No, 3? Yeah, sequence 3. We're in sequence 3. I don't know. We're kind of just playing. I apologize, I just need a shortcut. You know. Shortcuts. We all need them. Alright. Sorry. And I'm not meant to be up here. Oof. Sorry about that, bro. Nothing personal, you know? Sorry about that. Well, I'm starting to like the iOS 18 update more and more. The text features, which was one half of the things that I was most excited about, because the possibilities of what I can like create of fun effects were going to be endless. Oh. It's gonna be so many ideas that I was gonna have on what I could do. It's gonna be incredible. Anyway, they're dog shit. The new effects are dog shit, and on top of that, you need the other person whom you're chatting with has to also have updated their phone, and not everyone, unsurprisingly, has updated their phone just yet to iOS 18. If they haven't, they don't get to see the fun text effect. So yeah, that sucks. And then there is the AI stuff. I normally don't give a shit about AI, but the fact that I could create my own emojis, now that's fun. That's really fun. I will say you're probably able to use those regardless of which app you're using, but there's a bigger part of this this whole thing, which is the fact that the EU are stepping in and they're like, "What the fuck kind of AI is this, man? What are you trying to give consumers here? My God, we need to look this over." So they're looking this over, which means we are not getting Apple's intelligence thing for the time being, which sucks. Also because it's like a bunch of things you've already seen out there, like smaller things that AI can do. Yeah, it's called Apple Intelligence AI. Yeah. So we're not getting that, unfortunately, which really, really sucks in my opinion. I would have loved to get some custom emojis. That would have been really fun. Shit, I have to be really careful about not being spotted here. Nice. All right, come on, let's do this. Why is this one fighting against the other ones? Oh, I see why. Yeah, okay, we're good. But yeah, we're not getting that because of the EU, and on top of that, no matter what, well, actually, we're still gonna get it eventually, just not right now. No matter what, not even the US has it at this time, which is kind of fun, because a big part of the marketing around the newest iPhone is Apple Intelligence. That is their big part of the new iPhone pitch, is that it's gonna have custom cores, which basically means in the EU you're buying a phone that's built for Apple Intelligence, but doesn't support Apple Intelligence. So that's kind of fun. But even if
Must have been a local after all.
even if you're in the US where you're going to get Apple Intelligence, you don't get it at the launch of the newest iPhone. Most likely, it's gonna get the current iOS update that's just been released. That's what's gonna be on the phones, which means the new iPhones will not launch with Apple Intelligence, even though they have like a custom chip built for it, which is really fun. They're really shooting themselves in the foot with this one. I'm also, I'm really on the fence. So over the years, my parents have managed to like grow like a responsible part in the back of my mind for that, like a little voice that I have to listen to every time I spend a little bit of money. It's annoying sometimes, but really useful. So yeah, but I usually have a sequence or like a thing where every 2 years, that's usually when I feel like my phone starts slowing down, and then I'll buy a new phone. This year, like I'm definitely feeling it, but it's not as hefty as it's been feeling some other years. And because of that, I think that along with the fact that the new iPhone kind of is mainly focused on Apple Intelligence kind of means that I'm sitting back and like, should I get the new one? I'm not really sure. Like simply as a piece of electronic, it's really really fun and really really cool, and I would love to see more of it. Like yes, it's really really cool. But like it's my money. I'm going to go out and spend a good chunk of my money every month for the next 2 years on this iPhone. I don't know. That said, like if you think about it more as it's 2 generations of iPhones that I'm upgrading into, because as far as I know, they haven't removed anything they added for the iPhone 15. They've only added stuff for the iPhone 16. So I'm like, if you look at that, what does it then have? Well, it has the action button, but I despise the action button. I wish they would have kept the old mute, classic mute button. That's kind of what I would love to have had. You know, just I like that simple button. It was very clear when things were muted. And it was nice. And now there's just a button there that I can click, and then I can also mute my stuff. The difference is the button will not tell me whether my phone is already on silent or if it isn't. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you've removed one of the things I like the most, and now I'm left wondering, oh, is my phone muted? Oh, it's not. All right, cool. Everyone's gonna hear the phone ring then. All right, that's awesome. So I don't like the action button, as they've just called it. I will say I'm on the fence with the camera button. I'm generally speaking not much of a camera person, but like especially when I'm like on holiday or something's happening where I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool, I might be more inclined to like take photos to kind of save the memory, so to speak. I can continue climbing up, but for what purpose? All right, sure. Throw money. So I don't know. I'm for the first time in all the years that I've been buying and replacing phones, I'm kind of like, should I upgrade this time? Is it worth it? I think it might help if I actually look into the power and what the new iPhone as well as the previous generation iPhone can actually do. Because I don't remember kind of what they were actually like. This is what the iPhone 15 can do. I think their primary thing was just the action button. If that was the thing, it's like, really? That's it? I know there's a bigger focus on gaming, but I don't know how many people can actually say, yes, I would love to buy the new iPhone so I can play Resident Evil on my iPhone. Like, what? No. That's idiotic. It's so incredibly stupid to say anything like that. So just no. I love that they're leaning more and more into it. Like even they added the thing to AirPods now, as well as like wireless controllers, where it's like we've reduced the latency. For like, shut the fuck up. You guys, God fucking damn it, you guys are not the captains that I'm looking for. Fuck you! I had him! You pieces of shit! I fucking had him! God! Oh, this is such bullshit. Oh my god, I hate this so much. Oh. If they hadn't blocked me, I was in a perfect position to stab him, and he wouldn't have been able to do anything about it. God. Oh my god, that's frustrating. That is... Ugh. I hate the ones where they run. Bro, just challenge me. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Just challenge me. I guess we can go all the way over here and then take the boats. But that's really frustrating. So yeah, I don't know. I wanted to mention that because it's... I know on paper it seems incredibly stupid to be like, should I get the latest iPhone? Ooh. Especially when my current phone, like, yeah, sure, it's slowed down, but it's not horrible. I guess part of it for me is also... I'm kind of excited to try out for the next 2 years having a smaller iPhone. I've had... like, quite large phones for the past several years. So I think it started with the Samsung Galaxy S8, where I had the S8 Plus, I believe it was. And I've kind of continued from that point on to continue buying like some of the larger phones, including when I got to iPhone, I bought an 11 Pro Max, and I also bought the current phone I have is a 14 Pro Max. But for once, I think I'm gonna stick to a non-max. It's a weird thing for me to say. But I kind of want to do it. There are definitely things I like having that are nice with the larger screen. But as like a general day-to-day usage, I think I would prefer the smaller phone. Really think I would, so I don't know. Me very confused. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking about lately. They open up for pre-orders just the, I think it was Tuesday? No, wait, it was Monday. I remember because I was in the actual office when it happened. The company office. So that would then mean that, yeah, it would be Monday then. It's now Wednesday. We're coming on Thursday, and I still haven't decided. At this point, I think I'm gonna want a discussion with the council, aka my parents. They're the ones who created that little voice in the back of my mind. They get to deal with it when it doesn't have the answers. Because that voice is just saying, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Don't do it. Don't be an idiot. I've also technically, so it's kind of weird because the way it usually, at least the way it worked with the current mobile company, and it's how it's worked with the current phone I'm off, like paying, they don't start charging a monthly fee until like a couple months after you got the phone, which is always kind of weird to me. It's like, what? Why? Oh, and I hear that chest. It might be this guy. I don't know. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna have to have the council convene at their earliest time. Yes, I would like to buy some medicine. Yes. I've spent a lot of my money now getting all my turn enemies berserk so they attract attention and hurt nearby guards. Alright. Alright, where are we at time-wise? 38? Yeah, we definitely got time for another mission. I'm not gonna leave you guys hanging at 38. Just like 20 minutes more we have. And while I should be going to bed slowly, I also have a couple things I have to do before I head to bed. Oh, shit, I just realized. Actually, that's not gonna be an issue. I'm trying... Nice, dude. I'm trying, a new thing when I'm, uploading VODs. Normally, I've uploaded them, as private videos, meaning I'd have to, like, go in, fill out the details, and then put it live afterwards. The issue with that is that the release date then becomes the time in which I make the video public, or the VOD public. So, I'm going to have to... I think what I'm trying now is essentially to make the video, the VOD public the minute it's ready to, and then I'm gonna go add the details afterwards. That way, I can essentially let it upload and come back to it later, and then add in the details. The details for you guys who don't know are simply just me adding the fact that, hey, this was streamed here and there. You can watch me live here. And then... Oh, boy. Why are we doing this? You guys used to be friends. Why are you guys turning on me? Wait, there was no need for this. There was no need for it. There was no need. I'm just saying, there was absolutely no need. We could have just not done that. But, yeah, so I'm trying that. So if you're wondering why some newer WODs are going to be added to the channel without me updating the title and so forth, it's because I want them to be uploaded on the correct date more than I want to necessarily fill out the details. I will say, I came across, so I've done, I think about 90% of the videos that I have across the Sir Eagle channel, the Sir Eagle VODs channel, the Three Eagles channel, and the Well, actually, I haven't done the Threegle channel just yet, but most of them on the Sir Threegle, or no, the Threegle VOD channel. I've done most of them. But I came across a really fun one yesterday where, for whatever reason, the description that I made was a prediction on how No Way Home, Spider-Man No Way Home was going to play out. And I got everything right except one thing. That was it. To be fair, so most of the
And the material. Seen its kind before.
most of the predictions that I made were made off of leaks, and that particular prediction was actually kind of just mostly stolen from another channel that I saw. Oh. So. Oh. Who the fuck is this weirdo? With back in original ropes. Oh, my boy Altair! Holy shit! Yes! Oh, this is amazing.
Broken foot.
Oh my god, yes. I didn't know this was a thing.
What is your name?
And the ropes have been updated. That's awesome.
Umar. Oh, yes. He was a fine man who lived as he died. Donna.
Altair, we have been betrayed. The enemy has overrun the castle.
You live. And Al-Mualim, where is he?
He was inside when the Crusaders broke through.
Wait.
We can do nothing for him now. Altair, we must fall back.
When I close the castle gate, flank the Crusaders in the village and drive them into the canyon.
You don't stand a chance.
His voice has changed, I'm realizing now. But I'm also realizing this has to take place before the events of Assassin's Creed 1. Simply because in Assassin's Creed 1, that sequence you're fighting your way back up the ranks. And you're slowly realizing that the big baddie is actually your boss. I'm not gonna try and even try pronouncing his name, so yeah. Hey! Don't fucking shoot after me like that. Gentlemen. It's better, I think it's better the way AC Val had the American accent. I actually don't remember. Ow! Don't come after me like this. Very nice. Are you gonna shoot me with a crossbow? God, you suck. You couldn't even hit me. Alright, where the hell do I go from here? Is it, like, up through here? No. Ah, it's here. I'm an idiot. I chose the wrong passage. It's better with the Revelations, probably. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying necessarily it was a bad accent. I just noticed it was different.
You will not leave this
This doesn't look right. Something's off.
You misunderstand.
But, the reason why I mentioned the VOD as well, where I tried to make a prediction on No Way Home and actually got most of it right. Like I said, it was mostly based on leaks, so.
Then you are doubly wretched, for you have been living a lie.
Odds are things were going to be correct. But, I made a fun new prediction in the comment there.
Now you call on your lapdog to protect you? You disappoint me.
Why not share what you have learned with everyone, like a proper assassin?
So the predictions that I made are now based off what's gonna happen in
Where is your sense of fraternity?
very nice.
Another good man dies and still you say nothing.
Nice, bro. You suck. Also, this old man can fight. Give him a sword and he'll whoop your ass.
You put too much faith in the hearts of men, Altair. The Templars know the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Humans are weak
Bro, you're human.
and petty.
No. Our creed is evidence to the contrary.
Perhaps I am not wise enough to understand, but I suspect the opposite. That I am too wise to believe such rubbish.
Alright, well, we took him down. That's all that matters. But yeah, this definitely has to take place before the first game.
To salvage his dignity. Why? No man should pass from this world without knowing some kindness. But he shunned your graces, as was his right. Altair, I have watched you grow from a boy to a man in so short a time. It fills me with as much sadness as pride. You fit your father's shoes as if they had been tailored to your feet. I did not know him well as a father. He was an assassin, above all. You too were born into this order.
Ah, that sucks.
How can I regret the only life I've ever known? You may find a way in time, and it will be up to you to choose the path you prefer. Come, my boy, and ready your blade.
Overkiller.
Battle is not yet won.
Yeah. Save all civilians under attack. Bro, we're well beyond trying to do everything perfectly. Well beyond.
So they contain recorded memories, these keys. These ancient seals. But what is Altair trying to tell us, I wonder? What does he want the future to know? Or to learn?
Still, that was incredibly cool. I love that. Alright, how long have we been... Oh, shit. I didn't know we have this whole area. It's cool. I'm a little worried about time. Also because, like I said, I get to sleep late tomorrow, but I don't have that opportunity this time around. So I'm a little worried about time-wise and how much I can really do much more. So while we may have only done an hour and 40 minutes, and the first hour of it, at least the first 40 minutes, something like that. It's just us talking. Regardless, yeah, I'm a little worried. I have some final things I have to do before I head to bed as well, so that... Oh, that's good. Alright, where's this mission? Oh! That's definitely a fun one. Memory start. Considering this is... Oh, wait, it's not a start of a new sequence. We should be coming to an end of a sequence, then. At least I feel like we should be at this point. Perfect. Ah! No. Ezio, get off the fucking ladder! Please! I beg of you! Oh my god, that took forever. He wouldn't. I kept clicking B, and he kept, like, re-sticking to the ladder. Oh my god, that was frustrating. Oh, I'm sorry to my neighbors that I keep yelling, but don't you worry, lovely neighbors. They are actually incredibly nice. Never complained once, ever. Incredibly nice of them. Anyway, you don't have to worry. Because we're going to go back to normal volume level starting soon. Actually, starting tomorrow. One of your assassins has learned more information about the man who is known as the Sentinel. Time to take care of this traitor. Okay. Hey, what's up, man?
Any news of the traitor Valley? You found him.
He found us, Mentor. 2 of our brothers were kidnapped from this den earlier today. Now Vali is demanding that we hand over our property to the Templars.
No.
Okay.
Do not negotiate with men who use hostages as leverage. We hunt them down, and we eliminate them.
Then we should split up and search Galata now.
All right.
We have little time to waste.
Cherry bomb. All right. Hopefully this won't take too long, but at least I feel like if we do this, God. Let's see. Why do you love ladders so much? What is it about ladders that just makes you instantly want to stick to them like glue? Yo! Thank you for the 10 bits, my dude. Let's just climb. Good news is the week is almost over, ladies and gentlemen. We have 2 more days. I'm not sure. I think I have plans. It's a little bit of a fun situation. Essentially, a call. Shit. A call was put out if anyone else wanted to join for some stuff Friday. And I was kind of on the fence about it. But I was like, alright, I guess. But I added an emote and God fucking damn it. But I wasn't really, like, given confirmation, yes, you are joining us now. So, either the person who was asked has seen it, or they haven't seen it. Ugh. Very nice. Oh, hello. All right, let's get out of here. It was easy. After a lot of fighting, it's just... God damn it. There we go.
Was it Valley who did this to you?
Mentor, forget me. You have fallen for a ruse. He captured me to draw assassins away from our headquarters. He will be on his way there now.
All right. Appreciate you letting me know. Also, it's a little late to be like, forget about me! Sir, forget about me! Yeah. Will soon feel much better. So, let's roll. What the hell are you standing around for? We got a den to save. God damn it, my nose is itchy. Ah! By the way, I saw a clip. It was from Moist Critical. Occasionally, his videos occasionally pop up for me. It was about a technique for stopping hiccups. And I always get hiccups. So whenever I hear about a technique that's going to stop hiccups, I'm like, I'm all ears. Please, for the love of God. When I get hiccups, they're always terrible. And the last technique... The last technique I heard was basically just to try and focus on something else.
I will follow from the rooftops.
And after a while, that technique stopped working for me, so that really, really, really sucked. Oh, he's walking for me. Nice! Kind of sus taking advice from him since he's known... Jerkler? Jerker? I don't know how to pronounce that. But also, dude, chill. This is about hiccups. This isn't a financial thing or God knows something else that's gonna put me at risk. This is purely about hiccups. And like I said, when it comes to hiccups, I'm fucking all ears in terms of what I can do to stop it. His technique was simply to try and convince yourself that essentially there was no such thing as hiccups and that you didn't have hiccups, whatever they were. That's the technique. I'd had hiccups one time today, and it worked. Let's give it some time though. This is an early review of this method, very early review. I will come back with a more in-depth review at a later time.
And if I am to recover it, I may need more help than the assassins can provide. If I can make a friend...
You talking about his sausage there? I mean, that just means I shouldn't be listening. If that's the case, then I should just not be listening to him with anything regarding my private parts. Just don't listen to any of that. Don't touch him with the grill either, just to make sure. Oh, that's gotta be painful. That's gotta hurt them so badly. All right. I'm gonna cut it there. Yeah, feels like a good time. But I mean, I feel like there's a part of all of us, at least for a good time in life, until we sort of get satisfied with ourselves, or at least get to a point where we're satisfied enough with ourselves and are happy with the way we kind of are. But I feel like there's definitely a general part of like you want your how do I describe it? Your downstairs philanthropist. You want him to be larger, but going that far and like stretching it, that's weird. That's weird in my opinion. We're getting into a weird territory at that point. My point is simply that I feel like it's a general thing that people just aren't. There's some people who are probably happy with their sizes, downstairs sizes, but I think a lot of people in general are just like, yeah. There's some people who are potentially more like, please, I wish mine was bigger, and some people, and I feel like I'm sort of in that range. It's like, I mean, I guess it could be bigger. I guess. But Yeah, just I guess just don't take any advice like that for him, just ever. That's a no. But I guess then the next question is, has he been successful? He's been to the ER, but what does that mean? Does he have a longer one at this point? Has his techniques worked? We got to write these techniques down. Please don't try these ever. Stay away. Something like that. Yeah. I guess only he and potentially a future partner. But with you saying like he's like had to go to the ER, my brain immediately goes to like something. Yeah, that was my thought immediately. It was like, oh, something, something broke. Something got something snapped. Something couldn't handle the pressure of being pulled apart. Which, by the way, again, it's disgusting, and it's way too far. You gotta in life, I feel like, kind of just come to a point where you're like, look, is it like an elephant or like a third leg you have down there? No, but it's probably fine. Bro, you're bringing up memories for me here. Not as personal experience, but there's a phenomenon, it was a video series, or was it just a video? I don't know. This is I'll take you guys back. This is early days internet, at least for me. This is back at a time where things were less difficult to find. So things like the classic 2 Girls 1 Cup was fairly easy to find. Did not take a lot of time. And yes, I can say I watched it, not with any pleasure at all as part of it. Just I watched it, I experienced it, and I think I'm good. I don't wanna witness it again. I don't have a need to. But I think, yeah. I don't know how I came across it. I don't know whether someone was like, whether I just heard about it on the internet about this thing, or if someone showed me. It's disgusting. Don't look it up, please. I'm not even sure how easy it is to find at this point. Back in that time, it did not take that much to find this video. It was, let's just say, there should have been a lot more parental control in terms of what we could search for, because that was, whew, that should not be something we should be able to search for. No, but the reason I'm mentioning it is because there was another video. It's definitely among the videos that's kind of like mentally scarred me the most from watching it, and it was called Pain Olympics. I think I heard that video or that I watched was potentially fake, which in a weird way I'm really happy about, because it was revolting to watch. If you don't know what that is, I'm gonna try to put it in simple, nicer terms, even though there's not really any possibility of me doing that. I mean, the basics of it. Oh no, I know. I remember. We're trying to delicately get around this subject. That's what I was trying to do. But yes, Diaz is right. In general, it was about withstanding as much pain as possible. I don't know if there was a pleasure part. I mean, I would have to assume there was some kind of pleasure involved for some of these people, because otherwise, why on earth would you do this? But essentially, the majority of people involved with this were trying to that one I don't remember. I don't think I ever finished the video. I think it was literally, it was peak for me. That was where the whole thing peaked. The internet like just kind of peaked for me. It's like, okay, this is too much. I've gone down an alley where we've gone too far. We've gone way too far. 2 Girls, 1 Cup, nothing. Pain Olympics, bro, we're off the scale. We're way off the scale here. It is, it's disgusting on so many levels. It's insane. But I don't think anything will have traumatized me more than Happy Tree Friends. That was an incredibly disturbing series. I don't know how or why it was made and how it was allowed on YouTube. It really, that fucked me up. That show was, no, it was so over the top. I think I watched it quite a few years later and it was kind of like fine, especially because I've learned to kind of have like a filter of generally not perceiving things on the internet as bad. Like stabbing someone in a sword in a video game is obviously very different from actually stabbing someone in a sword, and I've kind of learned to have that filter over the years, and I think that filter has definitely worked as well with Happy Tree Friends, but I did not have such a filter back in the day when watching it, so it was truly disturbing. I don't know if it still exists on YouTube. I pray to God that it's not, just for the sake of these last several generations of kids, because fucking hell, that was bad. So yeah, that is oh yeah. Again, like, my point was simply there was just something in my brain that couldn't, at the time when I was watching that, kind of take it as this is an animated show. It just, there wasn't that, and therefore it just disturbed me and it terrified me to my core as a kid. It's like, even if I watched it now, I wouldn't have that same thing. That I wouldn't have that same feeling and the same sort of disgust for watching it. But the feeling that it created still kind of sits with me in a weird way, because it left such a horrible impression in my brain. Have you ever headshotted? I think so. But again, like, my point with all this was simply to say that back then I didn't have that filter. So there was no kind of disassociation when it came to watching that, and therefore it kind of just fucked me up as a kid. I've seen worse stuff at this point. Yeah, no, it's wild. It's wild. But yeah, I guess that is, yeah, I don't know. I didn't. It took a while for me to get that filter installed. I had to purchase it from Alibaba, and they took their sweet time with shipping that filter for me. My God. Ooh. But yeah. So I think that's gonna be it. I will be back on. I don't think I'll be back until Monday. Yeah. I don't have anything planned for the weekend. Who knows what Friday's gonna end up looking like? I don't know for sure myself. But it's pretty much a normal schedule. I believe we're playing. Yo, thanks for the 20 bits, my guy. I believe we're playing 2 Point Hospital on Monday. It's either that or it's God of War Ragnarok, which releases tomorrow on PC, and I pre-ordered yesterday so that I could get the pre-order stuff, so I can, when I get to it, I could play it. Oh yeah, it's awesome. It's very awesome. Plus, no matter what, I'm going to want to play God of War Ragnarok as part of Starmid Wednesday eventually, but I think we'll play that on PS5 either way, so maybe it doesn't make too much of a difference. I kind of wanted to show it's actually kind of cool. Hold on, let me see here. Yeah, I want to show my screen real quick here because I want to show you the little thing here I've been working on. Nah, I don't think so. There just isn't really enough of a usage in it for me to really make it worth it. Anyway, all right, here you go. For future me, this right here is the time that we're streaming it. It's been very useful when looking through the streams, but I think that time is over now. Oh, that just turned off the entire thing. Incredible. It just doesn't want to display anything now. That's amazing. All right, there it is. Nope. Capture method. Just all right. It's just given up on my monitor now. That's incredible. All right, I'll just show my Discord here instead then. Right? Cool with that? Yeah, there you go. Cool. That works. Like I said, did I forget to upload an image for this one? Yeah, I think I did. Alright, it's fine. I'll fix it later. I've created this larger overview. Let me see if I can actually put it in a way that actually works for you guys. There it is. Yeah, that works. So essentially, this channel here is only available for me as it's part of testing. Bro, why are you sending me? Why are you DMing me, bro? The fuck you DMing me for? But this is the channel that I've created. I'm not sure whether it's gonna be shown in general to you guys or not. But in here, I'm keeping track of the games that I want to play as part of Story Mode Wednesday. Right? It's awesome. And then when it's done, it gets a check mark. I can't actually create a list, so it's just emotes for the record. And then there's different tags depending on whether it's game that we haven't started and I want to play, whether it's the next upcoming games. Let me just shut this off here again. Like Yakuza, like I mentioned already, I'm confirming that once we're done with Assassin's Creed, we played the Ballad of Gay Tony, depending on how long it is. This is what we'll be starting off next with, so that's why it's coming soon. These are the games in progress. This includes GTA 4, the Ballad of Gay Tony, and The Lost and the Dam, as well as Assassin's Creed games out here. Still not entirely sure what exactly I'll be filling out here, kind of going back and forth on that. I can always edit it. And then eventually when we actually get to completed games, I have a tag for that as well. These are more for me. This is for me to be able to see, okay, these are games that I already know and I love. These are newer games that I haven't played before, and while I have finished Yakuza Kiwami 1 and 2, I'm starting Yakuza 3 Remastered, 4 down to 6, as well as Like a Dragon and The Man Who Erased His Name, I have not played, so therefore it still is considered new. Then there are Abandoned. These are games where I have started playing some of the stories, but haven't finished them, essentially. So a good example of this is like Revelations and Assassin's Creed 3. I've played the story, but never gotten around to finishing it, and that's kind of what we're doing now, which is why it has the Abandoned tag. And finally, there is Cheated. This is, again, just for me. It means that I have completed the story of this game once, but I cheated to finish it. I did so with the original Assassin's Creed. We've gone past that game now, so it's fine. It will then, once we're done, be removed from the cheated because we have achieved the goal of what I wanted to do. So yeah. I'm gonna add more games to this, and then I'm gonna figure out whether you guys are gonna be able to see this channel or not. I think it's a really nice overview, so we can kind of keep track of what potentially could be coming. These are just images I've downloaded, by the way, that I feel like sort of fits the thing that we're doing here. So that's pretty much it. Yeah. I've also, by the way, if you haven't seen it, I launched the Friend Stream channel. This is pretty fun. In here, you should be able to find when some of the other streamers that I know and love, DJ Danny, Frozen Box, you guys know him especially, when they go live, you'll be able to watch it in here. This is currently only for Twitch. So if they go somewhere live somewhere else, this won't be in here, but at least you'll be able to see something else to watch when I'm not here. Don't watch these guys, by the way, when I'm streaming. This is not what it's for. Please watch me instead. But if I'm not live and these guys are streaming and you're looking for someone to watch this channel, it's gonna give you the link essentially to watch it. So yeah, that should be pretty much it for now. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. That's kind of wanted to show. I will be back on Monday for some 2 Point Hospital. I'm going to show you how a master plays that game. And of course, there's going to be more Assassin's Creed Revelation next week on Wednesday as well. And that's how it's going to go. In the meantime, I'm going to continue getting through the last VODs, updating the title, updating the descriptions. So all of it looks good. And the last project that I have with all that is the playlist. The way it's going to work with a playlist is fairly simple. So there's no longer going to be individual game playlists. So you won't be able to find a GTA 4 playlist. Not really. The way it's going to work is essentially you'll be able to find games series streams. So this is Grand Theft Auto streams, whether it's GTA 4, episodes of Liberty City, or Grand Theft Auto 5 story, or even some of the other ones, definitive edition ones. You know, this also goes for Forza Horizon, Far Cry streams, all that. They're going to have series streams. Then there are... shut up down there. Sorry, my phone going nuts. There's also going to be other series streams. So this is Monday streams and Wednesday stream. They have their own individual playlist. There's going to be sub playlist to the Wednesday streams like there is now. So, for example, this is for stuff like we've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed, as you know, but not all the Assassin's Creed streams are done as part of the Wednesday story mode stream. Especially during the summer, we did a ton of Assassin's Creed stream, which was really fun, and it allowed us to really get through Assassin's Creed 2, which was awesome. But because a lot of them weren't done on Wednesday, they're not going to be part of the Story Mode Wednesday stream. They're going to be part of the Assassin's Creed series playlist that's done, or that's created for us playing through the Desmond storyline, essentially. So that's going to be a playlist. There's also there's going to be events ones. So this is stuff like summer streams, for example. That's going to continue to be there. This year we had Hot Yakuza Summer. I love that name, by the way. Still, that's so much fun. Last year was Summer of Gaming. Very boring name, I will admit, but it was it's what it was. So those are going to have individual. This also includes Halloween streams. Those are also a yearly reoccurring event, so they will also have their own playlist for you to be able to find content in there. So all of that's going to be made into playlist. I'm also considering, and I'm going to try to create playlists for different times in my streaming career. So we have the big, humongous History of the Three Goal playlist, which has every bit of content I can find. These playlists I'm talking about is more individual ones. So it's streams done when I was under the Unknown Pixel username, Sir Eagle, things like that. Thanks so much for the 10 bits, dude. Things like that. Thanks so much for the 20 bits. Appreciate it. Love it. So yeah, that I'm also going to be working on, but that's a side thing. There's also going to be separate ones based on whether it's done on DLive or Twitch. I will say those ones are a little bit more on the fence about, so we'll kind of see as we go along whether that's going to be the case. I am also going to be working on a kind of side project with all the stream overlay here. I've had an idea, and I'm gonna probably try to find some time over the weekend to see if I can test it out and see if it's any good. For now, I think that's it. That's all I kind of want to mention. I will probably continuously be testing stuff on Discord to kind of improve and make it more fun to be on there. And there's actually going to be more uses for it. So that's going to be pretty fun. For now, though, thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for the 30 bits. Dude. Get chill with that money. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on Monday for 2 Point Hospital on Sandbox Mode Monday. All right. See ya.